London Operations TV. Yeah, I've been kind of hard on the Brits. You know, there are there are some Brits I do like, so I don't want to be mad at the Brits because, you know, it's just it's not every one of them. I mean, it's not every one of them. So you know, there's probably more. If I think of more Brits I like, Adam. But here are the ones I wrote. I like Liam and No. Oh, here's Brits I like. Liam and Noel Gallagher. I like. Those are cool Brits. The lady that told us about the Olympics. She's British. That's a Brit I like. I like the Gecko, which I gotta be honest. I feel like people are gonna think I'm dumb, but I think that ship is sailed. um, I thought that the Gecko was Australian for so long, and then at some point, like 5 months ago or something, I was like, wait a second, the Gecko's British. I don't know why it seems so obvious. I don't know what that. What am I thinking? I guess it's because I think of a gecko, and you know, weird animals are. I bet there's geckos here, and I think I've discovered a way that I will get on a motorcycle that will be safe. If you get really fat, I think it's like protection when you fall. Because it seems like it'd be bad, like, oh, you're not in shape, and but it's actually like a whole layer of protectiveness. Because I noticed this fat guy on this uh, lawyer commercial, right? He says that he got in a motorcycle accident and he just got back on. And, you know, he's fat, so I'm thinking that he didn't really feel how bad it could have been. Because he had all that cushioning. He had all that cushioning, buddy, you probably didn't even break a damn bone. Hey, NFL, what happened to Hike? You know, what happened to that? You know, they got him going, oh, B12, vitamin C, 4, hike. Like, I don't mind hike. You know, and maybe that could have been some like slip. Maybe like Pizza Hut has some influence in that. Cause think about it, Pizza Hut is the official pizza of NFL football, right? So maybe it's maybe some point back then, they were like Pizza Hut, hike, and then you know, Pizza Hut, hike. I'm gonna have to give Russia a call because, well, you know, they just keep going up to the borders of Ukraine, and they think we don't care about Ukraine. Like, you know, we barely even think of Ukraine as a different country than Russia, but we're here to defend you guys. I mean, I don't know what he's gonna do with that part of the country. Maybe he has an idea to do something with that part of the country, but it's just not fair to Ukraine. You know? So we're gonna give Russia a call here. You guys don't even know what NFL is, so. But something pretty big happened over here. Okay, you guys got your little. What do you guys like? Soccer. Yeah, that's America for you. We said, hey, fuck soccer. We. What? We want to fucking play football. And the whole world's like, oh, drive on this side of the road, play football. Or the whole world's like, oh, drive on the side of the road, play soccer. And we're just like, look, we're driving on this fucking side. And we're going to come up with a whole nother game. Alright? And it's going to make you guys look like a bunch of bitches. Hey, Russia, what's the deal? You know, everything about you guys seems just so creepy. I gotta be honest. You know, you just got hackers. And, you know, you're making James Bond very busy, okay? He's been dealing with you guys for years. and look, I don't think you know, a war for the world, it's kind of like, it's not like when there's a world war that it's just like, all right, guys, everybody ready? War. It just kind of builds up, you know. Yeah, it's not like a war. It's just like, everybody set, ready? Let's do a war. It's kind of like a domino effect, you know. You guys do this. Somebody does that. We gotta fight for NATO or whatever. NATO. And, I don't know what NATO. Is that just everybody being, you know, like in an alliance? Because I don't see what the issue is. I think you're just jealous because you're not in it, right? Are you in it? Russia. Look, uh, you guys are just creepy sometimes. Like, I don't know. I mean, even, everything down to what you even call your, we call it the White House, and or Washington, which I think sounds cool. But you guys, you're talking about the Kremlin. He's at the fucking border with 10,000 troops and fucking military tanks, and he says those would be worried. But but look, I mean, I think I think I'm worried, honestly, Russia. Okay, so I just want you guys to know that it's just like, what do you want? What do you really want that Ukraine that bad? Like, what are you gonna do about it? Wait, no. It's something I'm like. I mean, see, this is why I'm not the president, but I'm practicing. Okay, Russia, look, just stop it. Okay, this is ridiculous. Alright, war's all cute and stuff. Hey guys, let's get our troops and let's go down and we're gonna, you know, it's just like all fun and games until people start getting shot. People start getting shot on the battlefield and blown up, and you got a guy, driving his tanker at a guy, and just because he's in a different country. Like, guys, what's the difference? All right, why don't if you have a plan with, if you have some sort of a plan you want to do with Ukraine, why don't you just ask Ukraine? Why don't you just ask them and see if maybe they'll work with you on it? Because, you guys, honestly, I think it'd be better if you guys were just like over there, working together, plotting against that side of the hemisphere. I don't care about that. But, over in the Western Hemisphere, we do shit a little different, alright? We don't deal with your fucking hacker shit, alright? We're done with it, Russia. Stop being sketchy. And, I'll say one nice thing about you, Russia. I like that your buildings are colorful. I think that shows a nice side of Russia. But, I gotta be honest. Maybe in America we have a very, different view of, like, Russia. Because we don't really, I gotta be honest, we don't hear anything good about Russia over here, okay? And is that, I mean, I think that's more your guys' fault. You guys are about to start a war, alright? So, Russia, I think you should call it off, and, just maybe call them. Yeah, just whatever you want to do with that part of the country, just call Ukraine, and maybe they'll be in agreement, and you guys can make some like good idea together. Alright, well, Russia, I guess that's the clock. Yes, we have clocks over here. I'm assuming you guys have clocks. I know you guys have different electrical plugs because when I worked at a hotel, one time a European guy or Russian, well, I don't know what he was, but he has he needed some special plug. You know, like you don't have a regular plug. I mean, I'll give it to you. Some people were brain damaged. Some are not. I mean, they're getting beat up, but it's for a Super Bowl ring, okay? Alright, Russia, well, take care, and please don't start a war. It's not, it just snowballs, okay? And I don't know, you might need to rebrand. Because, I don't know, I think the world just sees you guys as just a bunch of creeps, you know? Seriously, think about it, Russia. Alright, bye, Russia. Well, I don't know. Yeah, if it was back then, I would have just been a criminal. Like, if it was like, it's just too hard now. I can't be a criminal now. I mean, it would have just been a lot easier back then. I mean, all these criminals back then get all the credit. But, geez, I mean, they had it easy, bro. Try committing a crime now. They got cameras on every fucking corner of everything. They have tracking on everything. They have VIN numbers. They have bank digits and all this complex. See, that Leonardo DiCaprio movie where he frauds chicks or something. You could never in a million years do that nowadays. That's why the movie's set back then. It was easy to be a criminal back then. It's too hard now. I can't do that. Too many bases to cover. Back then, if it was, I found the sweet spot to steal a car. Like, so they came up with the VIN numbers in 1950. Or wait. Yeah, the 1950s. And by 1954, every car had a VIN number. So, that means that about 51, 52 would have been a great time to be a car thief. No VIN numbers, and the cars are as fast as they're going to get before they put the VIN number. So, I would say about 51, 52 would be the best time to steal cars in history, But nowadays, I mean, you can't do it. You just can't. Like, I don't think anybody can steal a car and expect to keep it. I don't know if people do that. Now, wait a second. I do get this. Maybe stealing a car and just dropping it somewhere. But, if you get pulled over, that's going to be hard to explain. See, back then you could have just been like, oh, what? You haven't seen a fucking, teal Ford before, motherfucker? Like, you haven't seen one already? It's the same. It's just the same one. That's all you gotta say. But now they'll be like, oh, so you're telling me that they got the same VIN and the same car, and then it's obvious. Some people are asking, where's the beef right now? And what is beef? Beef is when you need 2 gats to go to sleep. Beef is when you make your enemies start your Jeep. And my biggest question to Biggie would be, how did you make your enemies start your Jeep? If I had a Jeep, I wouldn't let my enemy touch my Jeep. See, I just think you should find something positive to do with your gun. Take Migos, for example. He started cooking up dough with a Uzi. And I'm just glad he's using it for something productive. So, what's beef? Maybe you could use your Uzi to make a pot of beef stew instead of beef, you know? And the reason I bring beef up is because people are asking Joe Biden where is the beef there, you know. And look, guys, the beef is stuck on a cargo ship, all right. So if you want to make tacos or something, or like hamburgers or something, you're gonna have to wait until the cargo ship gets unloaded. And you know, yelling at getting mad at Joe is not gonna help, all right. What do you want Joe to do? Go unload a fucking cargo ship? I mean, that would just be mean, okay? I don't care how much you want beef. I mean, the guy's 80 years old, alright? The beef is coming. America, we got plenty of beef in our country already, so maybe beef. Maybe just no, just. Alright, the beef is gonna be out. Alright, Alright, the beef is on its way. Just hang in there, and you just have to wait till the supply chain catches up. And you know they have to unload a bunch of other stuff that they already, they can't just unload what we need. It's just in order, okay? So I mean, you can't just like dig back. It's like you can't just dig back into the back and like grab the beef. Like there's probably a whole bunch of other stuff being shipped. So just give it time, and we'll have beef again. And look, maybe it's okay to not have beef for a little bit, you know? I like beef, but I don't want to have beef. Could you get... I mean, are you getting gunpowder in the fucking food? Maybe he's like, oh, it adds flavor. Thank you for watching Late Night Operations TV. Shout out to Russia. Look, please don't do a war, alright? No war. I think you guys just come off creepy, honestly, and you're called the Kremlin. And you know, I think you just need to give Ukraine a call and just see what they say. I'm sure they might want to work with you guys, but you gotta, all these tanks and all, the 100,000 troops, there's just a better way to go about it. Shout out to maybe I'll get fat and ride a motorcycle. Seem safe, or I could just wear a fat suit. I don't know. Maybe I could wear a fat suit and do that. Shout out to being criminals back then. You guys get all the legacy, but look, you had it easy. You guys had it easy. No VIN numbers, no routing numbers. Easy peasy. Shout out to 1954 to 1950, or 1950 to 1954 being the hot spot to steal cars. Shout out to the Cold Olympics, I forgot to mention. The Cold Olympics are going to be on February 6th, somewhere around there. It's coming up soon. The Cold Olympics. Shout out to the Cold Olympics. I think I'm going to try to enjoy it this year. Never really fully opted into it either, so I'll get that off. And it is cozy. Like, oh, look, they're cold. Which, they're probably not cold because they have insane technology on their stuff, which is shown today. They have insane technology with, like, a code that reacts with temperatures. It's like, what the fuck? So those athletes are nice and probably warm anyway. And that code probably costs more. I mean, that code is like probably like $100,000 fucking dollars or something. Or maybe I'm overstating. Shout out to the NFL. Hey, I don't mind you guys just saying hut hike, okay? All this, stuff. Green colors, all that kind of stuff, guys. It's just hut hike. That's all you gotta say. Alright, this is Late Night Operations TV. My name's Aaron Jacobson.